An island nation in the South Pacific, New Zealand is renowned for its staggering landscapes and is home to some of the friendliest people in the world. It's an amazingly diverse place, which has a rich indigenous culture, and it happens to be the first country in the world to greet the morning sun. New Zealand is well known for having some of the most inspiring and accessible peaks in the world. And while the mountains of the South Island may be a little more dramatic, the opportunity for mountain adventures on the North Island is truly remarkable. Perfectly shaped volcanoes, gorgeous surf beaches, and ancient Maori mythology. This week on Epic Trails, we're exploring the North Island of New Zealand.
I'm Eric Hansen. When I see a trail, I see more than a path from point A to point B. A good trail is the ultimate opportunity to explore, to discover new landscapes, and to challenge myself. When I don't have a pack on my back, I'm thinking about my next big adventure, because my mission is simple. My mission is to discover the world's most epic trails.
This is my second trip to New Zealand, but there is plenty left to explore. New Zealand has everything you could want as a traveler, including staggering landscapes, a vibrant indigenous culture, and some of the friendliest people in the world. When I was here last, I spent my time exploring the South Island. This time, I'm in the North. Although the North Island has almost 3 times the population of the South, there's no lack of outdoor opportunities. To get things started, I'm in the Taranaki region, named after the stunning volcanic peak that dominates the landscape. This big, massive, beautiful mountain behind me is Taranaki, one of the iconic and beautiful mountains here in New Zealand. I can't believe how gorgeous this mountain is. It's like this perfect volcanic cone that's just sticking up right out of the landscape with nothing around it. So it's really beautiful. And over the next 3 or 4 days, we're going to be exploring and hiking and just seeing what this place has to offer. Just met up with Dave here. He's a very overqualified mountain guide here for Taranaki. We're setting out to do the Puakai crossing and some of the trails that surround Taranaki itself. So we're just getting started. Hopefully we got an early enough start to get ahead of the weather that's coming in later. Not sure what we're gonna encounter there, but could be in store for a wild day here on the crossing. We'll probably be hiking under the bush here for a while, and then it'll kind of clear out and open up, and we'll get.
Yeah, you'll really notice. You get an idea, I guess, how well you're going in terms of altitude, and you'll watch the canopy get lower and lower and lower and lower, and then we'll pop up into more of a sort of an alpine kasaki sort of landscape. It's quite different. Take a little piece of this.
Just a
just a little, and you can spit it out again. But we know it's a peppery taste.
What's it called?
Horapito.
Horapito.
Yeah, you can see you're probably getting stronger and stronger the pepper on your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always a good one to get kids with.
Yeah, it really starts to burn now.
Yeah, hopefully it didn't take too much there.
It might take me a minute here.
Yeah.
Taranaki sits right in the center of Egmont National Park. The reserve protects a rich, biodiverse ecosystem that includes lush waterfalls, gnarly rainforests, and mossy swamps. The Puakai crossing cuts through it all, which makes it one of the best trails in New Zealand to experience the mountains and their native ecology.
Dramatic change, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So different up here. That all happened quite quickly.
Yeah.
But like any good trail, the conditions are unpredictable and can change in a moment's notice. As Dave and I climb higher,
Get into it now.
the wind shifts dramatically, and it feels as though the fury of the mountain is about to be unleashed upon us.
Here it comes.
Epic Trails is brought to you by Dermatone. Feel the rush, not the burn. Vask. Trail footwear since 1964. And don't forget to join our online community on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
So things are going well here in New Zealand. Just a lovely day for a stroll. As you can see, Mount Taranaki is looking beautiful, and we're having a lovely day here on the ridge. Pukai Crossing, here we go. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Wow, it is howling. That's the most we've been able to see all day. Woo! All right, we see something. Maybe not all Taranaki,
No,
but it's a thing.
there's more landscape out there.
Weather is definitely the story of the day. And really, it's the story of the mountain. The locals know how shy Taranaki can be. One moment you see it, the next it's hiding behind a wall of rain and clouds.
Looks like we're gonna be getting another little round of rain here. Carry on.
Fortunately, the network of trails that surround the mountain are extremely interesting on their own, even without the spectacular views that this place is known for.
Looks like out of a horror movie, the fog is coming right back in. It's gonna swallow us. Feel like a kid here just tromping around in the mud.
Yeah, yeah.
The conditions won't let us make any bids for the summit, but there's plenty of trail to keep Dave and I busy. So we're back for day 2 on the Pukai Crossing. Our fingers crossed that the weather cooperates.
Finally, we get a good glimpse here, well, at least a partial glimpse here of Taranaki.
Hopefully, got good views ahead of us. This time, we're trying our best to get to the Tarns, which is one of the iconic views here in the park. It's still cloudy, don't know what to expect, but the weather report says it might lift, so we're going up the mountain again.
Well, that changed quick. We're getting up higher. Clouds still settling in on us, and we just got another little burst of rain. What do you think?
I think it's gonna change again in another 5 minutes.
That's the Kiwi way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's what happens here.
Yep.
Mount Taranaki is not only picturesque, but spiritually significant. According to Maori lore, Taranaki once lived with the other great North Island volcanoes, but was banished after falling in love with Tongariro's wife, Pihanga. Legend has it that Taranaki is hiding his tears when clouds cover the mountain.
Taranaki.
I think I can envision it.
Right there.
Right through there. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah. Come on.
Dave and I have made it to the Pukai Tarns, which is actually this like mountain pond that I have been wanting to go to for quite some time now. I've seen these spectacular photos in magazines and across the interwebs of this perfect reflection of the really symmetrical, beautiful snow-covered mountain cone. And that is Taranaki, which is right here, and this is the Tarn, this is the reflecting pool, and the weather has not cooperated. Although we are in position for potentially a spectacular sunset, fingers are crossed. It could be spectacular, or it could be more gray. We shall see. Got to stay warm. Woo. There's a few breaks in the clouds. So far we have yet to see Taranaki. It's about 20 minutes till sunset. The window is getting smaller.
Although we were gifted short breaks in the clouds throughout the day, it seems as though Taranaki's grief is heavy this evening. as the clouds roll back in and hide it from view.
A little disappointed. I was really hoping to get a glimpse of the mountain, especially with the mirror pond below. But such is life here in New Zealand, doesn't always play how we want it to. So we're gonna have to head on out. It's getting cold, temperature's dropping, night is basically upon us. So we're gonna get off the mountain. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get on out.
Epic Trails is brought to you by Dermatone. Feel the rush, not the burn. Vask. Trail footwear since 1964. And don't forget to join our online community on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Although hiking in the mountains is what brought me to New Zealand, the area is home to some pretty epic non-hiking adventures as well. A 30-minute drive outside Gisborne, on the east coast of the North Island, is the Ray Ray Rock Slide, a perfect 180-foot natural slip and slide. Slick with algae, it's no surprise that the 30-degree water slide is a popular destination for the young and the young at heart.
So I'm heading to one of the premier amusement parks here in New Zealand. It's called Ray Ray Falls. Got my boogie board, and I go for a ride today.
You ready? Let's go. This is so cool. I haven't really seen such a long, sustained, flat, perfect slide like this.
Dale wanted to challenge me to a race.
I think I won.
I heard that this was the place to meet the local Kiwis, and so just getting to hang out with the locals was truly awesome. And this is super, super fun. I was just having a blast.
I don't mean to brag, but I know my way around a pint. Although, perhaps not as well as Jesse Sigurdsson, the brewmaster at Shining Peak Brewery.
We've got Fanny Phantoms, which is our biggest selling beer.
Fanny Phantom.
Fanny Phantom. So Fanny Phantom is one of the first people to climb the mountain. So she was a bit of a pioneer back in the day because that's in the time where women weren't scaling mountains quite so much.
Yeah.
But she was a bit of a legend. And so the little peak on the side of the mountain is actually named after her. It's called Phantom's Peak.
Oh, that sounds like one I'm gonna need to try at some point.
Yeah, so you probably should.
For beer and food lovers, New Zealand has tons to offer. And I take my job very seriously, taste testing everything that's put in front of me. While I'm comfortable around a pub, I'm less comfortable in the water. However, as I want the true Kiwi experience, I'm determined to try my hand at surfing. New Zealand is home to some of the world's best surfing, with clean breaks as far as the eye can see. Now, I haven't been surfing since I was 10 years old, so it was a very wise decision to meet up with Daisy Day, a local surf legend, to help me get up and riding these waves.
Kia ora, I'm Daisy Day and I run the Surf City Surf School in New Plymouth, New Zealand. And I've been surfing for around about 40 years. And my passion is to teach people who want to learn how to surf. Surfing is a sport for everyone, young and old, and it's a good thing for the mature person to learn, and especially if you've been an athlete a lot of your life and you want to keep fit, and it's a lot better on your body than many other sports.
Daisy started me off with the kind of traditional longboard, a good learning surfboard that's really more stable, good for learning. And I did all right off the bat. I actually was picking up some of the waves and riding them in. Feeling good about it. Surfing here in New Zealand is amazing. I can see why the culture is so strong and in love with it.
Culturally, we just gravitate towards it because it's there in our backyard. and we just love to ride waves. And I think there's just a lot of New Zealanders who love to ride waves.
Okay, I need a break. Hot damn. Surfing in New Zealand.
So I just wrapped up a day of surfing here right next to Taranaki. Got to surf with Daisy, who is a legendary surf instructor and surfer here. And I had a blast. Her instructions were awesome, definitely helpful. And I actually got to ride some waves. So thankful for today, actually getting some sunshine here in New Zealand. I'm tired, so I'm gonna go take a nap now. Epic Trails is brought to you by Dermatone. Feel the rush, not the burn. Vask. Trail footwear since 1964. And don't forget to join our online community on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. On the northeast side of New Zealand's North Island stands Mount Hikurangi, one of the few mountains on the island that isn't a volcano. Hikurangi is recognized as the first place in the world to greet the morning sun. Hikurangi is also sacred to the local Ngāti Porou people. And so I'm meeting up with Monty, an experienced Ngāti Porou guide.
The best explanation for the name Hikurangi that I was told by one of our elders was that the name Hikurangi means that last crest that you climb before you reach heaven.
That's beautiful.
It is, I
That's
thought so
poetic.
too. Very.
About 2/3 the way up the mountain, we reach a place that feels ancient and sacred. With 9 imposing and awe-inspiring carvings that represent different aspects of the Maori mythology.
This is really, really awesome here. The artisanship is just really fascinating. Be standing in this and get this amazing light. Yeah, I'm really just blown away by this artwork. It's amazing.
Hikurangi, of course, is what we call the food basket.
Yeah.
Because it was said that the slopes were teeming with bird life, so there was renowned for its food resource.
So what's our path for tomorrow?
So tomorrow we'll head up from the hut. It's about a 300-meter climb
Yeah.
directly up, so it's quite a steep climb. So it'll be a bit of a tester.
Yeah, that looks pretty steep
Test
right
on
behind
my
there.
lungs. Anyway, you're pretty fit. You'll be able to zip up there. From there, once we get up higher, we'll walk around the back of the mountain for about 2 k's, and then we start heading up what we call the back chute. So that's probably about a 400-meter climb to get to the summit.
It's been an incredible first day on the mountain, and I'd love to keep exploring. But we've got an extremely early start to tomorrow. And so, Monty and I make our way to the Hikurangi hut to get some rest, recharge our batteries, and prepare ourselves for an early morning summit push.
It is about 3:30 in the morning. Monty and I set off about 45 minutes ago, and our mission today is to go to the top of the mountain and to see the sunrise. This is the first place on Earth that sees the new sun. They did a really good job marking the trail.
They did.
So we're coming down into some of these low-hanging clouds in the mist. Be wondering how easy is it to navigate out here, but it's pretty well done.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're setting a good enough pace to make it up. It's supposed to take about 2.5 to 3 hours. Definitely looking forward to seeing the new day, being the first person on the planet to see it. So that'll be nice and fun.
just starting to pop, yeah. It's looking beautiful. Those beautiful red glows that we call Te Urunga o Te Rā.
I think this is like my favorite time of day.
Yeah, it
or
is.
morning or night. I'm not sure which one it is.
Hey Eric, we're almost to the top of Te Tone o Hauku. And
Oh man.
yeah, welcome to the first place in the world to greet the sun.
This is it.
This is it.
Wow.
So privileged to have this in our backyard.
Yeah. This is a special place.
It's very special, yeah.
Love the colors coming up. We've timed it perfectly. Thanks for planning it this way to have the full moon setting at the same time as the sun coming up.
We turned it on for you.
Yeah, thank you. I
made
appreciate
sure.
that.
Yeah.
That's really great. Doesn't hurt that it's also just happens to be spectacularly beautiful, really rugged. We got the snowstorm that came in the other night, and it just makes everything look even more better. I'm cold. Can just see the first bit of the sun coming up right now. About to have the first coffee of anyone in the world for this day.
It has been a true privilege to hike with Monty, to climb the snowy summit and be the first in the world to greet the morning sun. It feels fitting to cap off my time in such a warm and forward-thinking nation with this honor.
Wow.
Everything about my experience on New Zealand's North Island has been incredible, and something that I am deeply thankful for.
I do greet you, son. May today be a good day.